Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Portland Trailblazers can beat the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round. As for you that don't know, the Portland Trailblazers just were able to defeat the Memphis Grizzlies, which locked up the 8th spot for them, and now they'll be playing the Lakers in the first round in a 4-game series. Obviously, most of y'all probably know how the playoffs work, but I'm going to be getting to some reasons how I think the Portland Trailblazers could potentially shock the NBA and somehow beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, does this really mean that I think they will win? Not necessarily, because the Lakers are still the better overall team and the better, well, just more star-powered team. Let's be honest, the Lakers have a better roster than the Portland Trailblazers. But I don't think it is an impossibility like most 1 versus 8 seeds are in the past years. I think Portland does have a very slim chance of winning this series, and I'm be getting into those reasons in this video. So if you do like the video at any point, hit the like button and subscribe button to mean the absolute world to me. And without further ado, without rambling on too much, just get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason for this video is going to be that the Portland Trailblazers match up very, very well against the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, what I mean by this is that most teams don't have the guard combo that the Portland Trailblazers have. They have Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Both are an elite level players in their respective positions. Damian Lillard, since the NBA has restarted, has been playing like the best point guard in the entire NBA. He's been playing out of his mind. Bubble Jordan type numbers he's been putting up, averaging 37.6 points per game, 1.4 steals per game, 9.6 assists per game, on 4.3 rebounds per game, on 43% shooting from the three-point line. And then you have CJ McCollum as his right-hand man, who's an all-star level shooting guard and can get you 20 points per game with ease any given night. While the Los Angeles Lakers, on the other hand, their 2 main guards are out. Rondo's still hurt, and we really don't know when he's going to return yet. He might return sometimes around the first round of the playoffs, but the damage could already be done by then, as, I mean, without him, they're lacking a huge veteran presence at their point guard, and they're just losing their starting point guard. And then obviously everybody knows Avery Bradley opted out of the bubble and just decided not to go due to health issues with his kids. And then, I mean, that's going to be a huge hit for the Lakers, as they're going to be relying on people like KCP and Danny Green to be playing those guard positions and trying to keep up with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. And let's be honest, that's just not going to happen. Dame and CJ are much better than Danny Green and KCP and Quinn Cook, who is probably going to be their point guard going into the bubble, unless they put LeBron at guard, which I guess they could do. But still, I think LeBron, although he would get a lot of buckets against Damian Lillard, I don't think LeBron could stop Damian Lillard either. So it'd kind of be evening each other out. But then another way they match up good is because although Anthony Davis is on a completely different planet and stratosphere of Jusuf Nurkic, Jusuf Nurkic is still a very, very solid above average big man who can stay in front of AD, and AD is not going to be able to just bully Jusuf Nurkic. Nurkic gets into it, he hustles, he plays hard, he puts a lot of effort into it. He's a double-double machine, and although, like I said, nowhere near Anthony Davis' talent level, he is still going to be able to at least stay in front of Anthony Davis and not let him go for like 50 points every game. Now, Anthony Davis is Anthony Davis. He's going to get his buckets no matter who's on him, but I do think Jusuf Nurkic could still do a fairly decent job against them. And now another reason I think the Portland Trailblazers could potentially beat the Lakers is because they're going into this with literally no pressure at all. I mean, the Portland Trailblazers barely even made the playoffs this year. They had to go into a play-in tournament. Now, yes, they already had the 8th seed, but maybe without that cancellation or the play-in tournament, and they didn't have a time to get Jusuf Nurkic healthy, they might not even make the playoffs this season, which, I mean, that is a huge non-pressure thing, because they already did what they wanted. They wanted to make the playoffs. They're there now. Now they just have to beat the 1 seed, which, I mean, no one expects them to do, so they are playing with absolutely nothing to lose. And Damian Lillard playing with nothing to lose is going to be extremely, extremely dangerous. I mean, imagine if Damian Lillard had all the pressure in the world of him trying to make the playoffs in the bubble, and he had to be the dude dropping 50, 60 points a game for the last few games. How do you think he's going to play now that, I mean, if he loses, who cares? Like, no one's going to talk about him. No one's going to be mad at him. No one's going to look at him some type of way because you're the 8th seed. But if you fuck around and beat the Los Angeles Lakers, well, then you are now just like superstar level player, and everything. But not only do they have no pressure, the Los Angeles Lakers have all the pressure in the world. They've been contenders since before the season even started. LeBron didn't make the playoffs last year, and LeBron wants to show he's still the best player in the NBA, and Anthony Davis has made the playoffs, once or twice in his career, and only won one playoff series in those 2 times. So I mean, Anthony Davis has so much pressure on him because he wants to win his first NBA Finals. LeBron wants to win another NBA Finals to show, hey, I am the GOAT of the NBA. And then, I mean, also, they're just the 1 versus 8 seed, which means the 1 seed has all the pressure and wanting to not look stupid and lose in the first round. And then another reason they have so much pressure on them is because, I mean, they know how good Damian Lillard has been. So they're going to be putting in a lot of effort in trying to guard Damian Lillard. So, I mean, if Damian Lillard consistently goes off and single-handedly beats the Lakers in a few games, that's still going to look very bad, and the Lakers do not want that, so they're going to be playing very tight. They're going to be having tons of pressure on them to beat the Portland Trailblazers, while the Trailblazers will be playing with nothing to lose and playing extremely loose, which could be a huge, huge advantage towards the Portland Trailblazers. And now my final reason for his view is going to be that Damian Lillard is pissed off. Now, Damian Lillard, we have seen when he gets pissed off, he seems to play better. Just very recently in the bubble, he had a pretty bad game to his standards. He had very bad efficiency. He just wasn't playing good. And then he missed 2 free throws that either would have tied or won the game for them. He missed both of them at the very end of the game, which caused the Portland Trailblazers to lose. And then Patrick Beverley and the bench made fun of him, like just mocking the poor guy pretty much. And then Skip Bayless pretty much said something about him as well. And well, Damian Lillard must not have liked that very much, because I guess you could say he played pretty well against the next 2 teams that he played against.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
So, obviously, when Damian Lillard has something to prove or is pissed off, the dude is a completely different animal as well. And the fact that he's probably going to be pissed off still about the Skip Bayless thing and about the Los Angeles Clippers thing, well, if history repeats itself, we're in for a very fun series from Damian Lillard, because the dude is still pissed off, still wanting to prove he's one of the best point guards in the league, prove why he is slept on, and prove all the doubters wrong. Because he does still have a lot of doubters that call him a whiner, and not really, he doesn't deserve what he thinks he deserves. He thinks he's better than what he really is. A lot of people around the NBA do think that about Damian Lillard. So yeah, he's going to be doing all these things. They match up good. They are going to have no pressure against the Lakers, and Damian Lillard, one of the best players in the NBA, has pissed off and has something to prove. So I think the Trailblazers are going to be a very, very dangerous game for the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's going to be a very fun series. Now, unfortunately, guys, that's me for today. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think the Portland Trailblazers could beat the Lakers? And also, do you think that the Dallas Mavericks can beat the Clippers? Because that's going to be a very fun series as well. I might make a video on that one as well. Comment below if you want to see that video as well. And if you did like the video, point to the like button and subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world to me. Hope you have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. So you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.